Yes. And our presentation is our situation right now, what we have with uh, this is the current state of psychological assistance in Ukraine and of prospect for the development of psychotherapy is based on our experience as crisis consultants, psychotherapists in psychological assistant programs, teaching and coaching experience. Right? Yes. As we have been living and working in Kiev since the beginning of the war, we have experienced and know all the difficulties of war from the inside. We have experience in consulting and training in shelters. We, like thousands of colleagues in Ukraine, don't sleep because of night attacks. We have relatives and friends who are in danger, defend or the country in the front, or unfortunately have already died in this war. These problems concern most Ukrainians. Panic attacks due to shelling, worries about loved ones, experience grief over losses. This is a topic that concern our clients on the psychological support line. Ukrainians who have found refuge in other countries talk about the feeling of isolation, the difficulties of adaptation. They painfully experience the loss of their home, the uncertainty of future prospects is also a difficulty. Psychologists abroad have the same difficulties as other Ukrainians. The language barrier, no, you see, I have this difficulty as well. Difficulties with adaptation, loading for their native home. The photo you see on the slide, this is a work of young woman from Kherson who has now found refuge in Europe. She was a member of our 2 months online psychological support group for Ukrainians in different parts of the world. This is a clear image of the deep feelings of that woman who felt losing own home and feeling like a ruin in life. Uh, Children, both in Ukraine and abroad, have even more difficult experience. On the photo in the presentation, you can see drawings by children from Kharkiv region. This is region who very suffering from Russian attacks. Children draw black sun, black sky animals, and you can imagine the experience these children have. And psychologists who live and work in wartime conditions understand such experience very well. And this understanding help us to find a bridge of understanding more quickly. At the same time, specialists due to their own involvement in these events react more intensively to some ethical problems. For example, the choice of language, Russian or Ukrainian, mobilization and defense of the country, etc. In addition to ethical difficulties, Ukrainian psychologists have emotional difficulties due to the prolonged immersion in the stressful conditions of war. So supervisional support becomes an important for our activities. For example, my colleagues and me, we have 2 supervisory meetings per week where we discuss difficult cases and our own emotional states as well. Supervision meetings also help to identify identify relevant areas of professional development for consultants. Relevant areas for psychologists in Ukraine include crisis consulting, psychological first aid, trauma-focused therapy. Psychologists in Ukraine are constantly improving their skills. This is due to a wide range of challenges. Now you can hear it before: trauma and of adults and children, relationships problems, grief, post-stress disorders, etc. Also, immersion in the learning space helps to psychological recovery of specialists. Program of psychological first aid training in the basic of consulting for specialists or other other professions, for example, for medical staff, social sphere, rapid response forces, etc. These are becoming very common. There are also an increasing of the practical direction of psychological training in specialized university. Modern technology provides the transformation of psychotherapy with AI-powered stress and resilience programs becoming more common. Ukrainian psychologists, like the whole Ukrainian society, responds to the challenges of war by mobilization internal resources and improving their professional skills. We say in such cases, what does not kill us, make us stronger. And we believe in the strong, independent Ukrainian, and the specialists of such a country are also strong in spirit and have vast experience in overcoming crisis situation. No, this is all with me. Thank you. I stop my presentation. Sorry for my difficulty of language barrier, but I tried to show all what I say about these pictures. And I must to say this is our really pictures. It's not from internet. It's picture of me, of my partner, Alexei Leshenko, from our program, from our teaching, from our common, our job. Thank you.